Let's dive into the discussions shaping the nation.
I hope that there weren't too many bus drivers bringing the Offaly supporters and the Tipperary supporters to Cork Queeve last Sunday, because we all came home disappointed and reduced to Cork, and indeed Portlaoise get freshened. Count Cola, the employment contractual recruitment ages Bill 2025, once enacted, will deliver a new employment right. It will allow, but in no way compel an employee to stay in employment until the state pension age of 66. And I want to also congratulate and wish Tara New and Tallaght New, Deputy Smith, the very best, and offer my cooperation in her position, and hopefully her door will be open to us as well, and I know it will. The bill delivers a statutory provision which sets out that an employer may not enforce contractual retirement age which is below the state pension age if the employee does not consent to retire. The bill implements a key commitment included in the government's response to the Pensions Commission recommendations and implementations plan. And I think it's very, very timely and appropriate as one of the first pieces of legislation this new government are enacting, because the anomaly there for decades where people had worked 40 years maybe service, and many of them state employees as well as everything else, and been forced then to attend at the local labour exchange, got shocked. And it was highly, I think, unjust and unfair and indignant to them. People that, I no respect to anybody who goes to the labour exchange, but people who always wanted to work, did work, and were forced to sign on then on for the 12 months or 15 months or whatever it was. And I know this bill can't include everyone. I know, Count Cola, that you want people to stick to the bill, and I am, but I'm also asking for the situation regarding a lot of the assistants and teachers' assistants, and you'll be aware of this, Minister, in ETB and elsewhere, who have been up here many times to meet with us, and up here picketing, to get the recognition. I know it's gone to the NRC now, but those people deserve to have the same standards. We can't have yellow pack workers in a situation where you have the Montori and the other people, and then you have the others, like ourselves, we're called the others at the moment. I don't know what we call next. I don't like that terminology. I don't like that being done to anybody. They should be entitled to the same pay and conditions, because the pay is one thing, but the conditions are holiday pay, sick pay, and annual leave, everything else as well. Many people have found themselves in an unfortunate position of having to retire from their employment at 65. When they do not want to, and I found themselves, as I said, in a position that they're going to job seekers benefit until the age of 66, and that's not, fair to them. It's important that this is not made, that's not made in any way compulsory, and that no person will be compelled to work beyond 65. But it's important that they would have a choice to do so if they so wish, and would not find themselves seeking employment or a social welfare payment at 65. Indeed, many want to work beyond 66, and the bill will not go far enough in that regard. So we must also be mindful, I know other speakers have spoken about it, and I suppose I should have declared myself that my own company, we have up to 25 employees, and many, many excellent workers, some of them have huge longevity, and it is hard now at the moment out to get staff in every walk of life, to get people, but we have a wonderful workforce, and I want to praise them and thank them, because without them the company wouldn't function. So I'm not speaking personally, I'm just declaring that I have an interest in the employment situation myself, but the situation of the employer, and indeed the small employer, the small businesses, they must be nurtured, because they are coming under huge pressures and huge bureaucratic pressures, and no doubt this piece of legislation will add to that, but it's necessary. I mean, if you employ, and you know this, Count Cole, yourself, you're in a business background, if you have 5 or 6 employees now, and not to mind say 25 or 6, you would need a secretariat position to manage all the paperwork for at least every 5 of them, because it's just enormous, and it's growing and expanding from health and safety and HACCP, you name it, whatever. Many things very, very necessary, but we're burdened down in small employers and big employers, but small employers especially, who are maybe family-run business. maybe the far, as the band Kayla, and maybe sometimes just a man or a woman in their own small business owners. They are completely overburdened with bureaucracy, plus all the costs that are in business as well. Many of our older citizens provide very important services to our community and are happy to do so, but they're being penalised by being forced to retire. We see a very common problem, and this is mentioned, and you'll allow me, I hope, can call a bus in. We don't allow 70-year-olds operate a school bus, despite them being fit and able to do so. And this has been raised here for the last 4 years. And I raised it with three different Taoiseach, Minister for Transport and everybody else. I don't know why it's still there. There's an acute shortage of part-time drivers for people to do the special needs schools and also school runs. And the ironic part about it is, I won't repeat it to be mentioned, they can drive people to matches and every place else and a stroke of a pen if they have medically certified, and they're willing to be medically certified even 3 times a year if necessary. Road safety is paramount, especially with children, but this is an anomaly that must be fixed, because many small bus companies are unable to fulfil the routes they get. They tender for them, they get them, and then they're short of drivers, and that's not through any fault of their own, but it must be changed. I accept that not everyone wants to work beyond 65 or 66, but for many who have worked all their lives, they want to remain in active employment, and we must respect the right to do so. If you allow me, can call the CE schemes, vital part of our communities. I'm Carhill, like our own scheme, and B&B in Newcastle and Ballymacarvey, County Waterford and Tipperary. And we're short now at the moment. Every scheme are short 5 or 6 places, can't get employees. And we're the best of people, providing I have Ahalo Falter at the moment, a wonderful Ahalo tourist office, and a woman there being forced to retire. And she wants to continue working. She's playing a vital role in the community. It's good for her, it's good for the community, it's good for everything else. And we're pleading with the powers that be. Thankfully, since COVID, I must thank the people in social welfare who have given rollovers and extensions to our members. But long term, it's not feasible. The schemes won't stay going. The community work won't be done. Very important work. It's not all cutting grass. There's lots of work in schools, in GA fields, in all kinds of services for the elderly, daycares, all those centres. And they need those people to be able to continue, if they want to continue. Not if they want to retire, fine. But we must look at that anomaly, because the workforce is limited. And when you have people who enjoy their work, love their work, are well involved and able to do their work, leave them where they're happiest and being occupied, and also providing excellent service. So I commend this piece of legislation, Minister, and wish its passage well to the House.
Like, share, and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.